Hi, welcome to Mühlbauer. My name is Hilda Karashan. I'm joined by Luisa Stumberg. We are both delighted to be here today to discuss the subject of vaccination certificates in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. We all long to go back to our normal lives, and to do this, we have to endure COVID tests, for example, PCR tests or antigen tests, or when possible, get vaccinated.
While testing and vaccinations follow set procedures, the certification of test results and the vaccination status has not been standardized. It is a manual process which is time-consuming and prone to errors. The non-standardized certification procedures and documents open the door to false and fraudulent certifications. In this time and age, more secure, faster, and trustworthy certification is possible. Digital health certificates hold the answer to a convenient and trusted certification. At Mühlbauer, we have developed an ecosystem for the issuance of certificates.
How should a trusted solution look like?
In simple terms, you enable your medical centers to issue the certificates to the citizens, who can then use them wherever they go.
Interesting. So how does this whole process begin?
All this begins with the accreditation of the medical centers. The medical centers will apply for the registration and supply the necessary supporting documents. Once approval is granted, the centers then receive unique registration numbers. The individual medical centers can then use this registration number to connect to the public key infrastructure, where a derived certificate can be generated. The medical center from this point is now officially accredited.
It sounds great. The first step is achieved. The medical center has been accredited. Now let's shift our focus to the people.
Indeed, the first thing an individual would need to do is to get registered, after which they would receive an appointment at the nearest medical center. At the medical center, the identity of the citizen is verified and captured, later linked to the vaccine or test. The vaccination or test can then be performed, and the database is updated accordingly. Once the database has been updated, a certificate will be generated.
What information does the certificate hold? In other words, include?
Well, it includes some personal data of the citizen for later verification, such as name, surname, and the identity number of the document, to bind the certificate to an ID. In addition, the certificate includes data regarding the vaccination or test, such as the date of issuance, the date of expiry, the test status, as well as information on the test or vaccine itself and the medical center. Finally, the certificate is digitally signed with the necessary signatures.
Brilliant. Can you please elaborate? Who has access to the data? Is the personal data protected?
Of course. The ecosystem follows international privacy regulations, such as the GDPR. The app requires explicit consent of the device owner for sharing the data. Through the shared keys of the public key infrastructure, everyone can verify the digital signature of the data. This can include the medical centers, border controls, flight attendants, or anyone else who might need to verify your health status.
Very interesting. Though I must ask, how does a citizen get access to the certificate? According to a few studies, only 20 to 30% of the African citizens own a smartphone. How about the rest, the 70%?
Well, you see, the ecosystem is completely independent, meaning in case it was issued by smartphone, it would be displayed as a QR code or even saved as a digital token. However, it can also be transferred onto a health card, printed on visa pages, or printed on a sheet of paper as a QR code.
Please elaborate on the digital token of a smartphone. What exactly do you mean?
Imagine you are at the airport and you're in a hurry to get your flight. You can either queue in line to verify your documents, or you can use your digital identity combined with the digital health certificate to pass effortlessly through an automated gate. The digital token is your individual access key to your seamless travel.
So for those airports without automated gates, what would you suggest?
In this scenario, you would use a desktop QR code scanner, create a secured and dedicated connection to the public key infrastructure, and a specialized software tool will verify the validity of the certificate and the identity of the citizen. For this purpose, Mühlbauer offers the Steel Reader software, which verifies both health certificates and ID documents. By the way, the software is also available for smartphones.
How secure is the whole ecosystem?
We need to look at the security from two ends. It must be secure against impersonation and fraud. Firstly, citizens must be identified and verified before the vaccination or the test is carried out. Basic personal information, name and ID number, will be part of the certificate and will be displayed when the certificate is later used and verified. Therefore, only the one who has been vaccinated or tested can actually use the certificate. Secondly, the correct and rightful signature through the public key infrastructure can be verified in the field.
Thank you, Luisa, for joining me today and answering my questions.
Thank you, Hilda. And thank you for your attention. Please stay healthy, and we are looking forward to your questions.